Darnay, can you take us through that kickoff return?
Pretty much I just want to make sure that I was able to help out the team each and every way when I'm on the field, so I had to get back the play that I gave a touchdown, so I feel like I gotta do what I gotta do just to make sure we get on the board. So each and every time I'm able to touch the rock, I want to make sure that Chip has to call another play.
How far into it did you realize that it could be a special play?
Once I got to the kicker, I knew that could be a special play, but I couldn't have done that without God. He was with me the whole time. Before I got out there, I did my little spiritual thing I always do, and I just make sure I said my nephew's name once I touch that field because he's the one I'm playing for.
Chip has had you guys fair catch a lot of kickoffs. I know that one was a little bit backed up. So what was your feeling when you knew that you were able to actually return it and not have to fair catch that one?
Let's play ball.
Josh, it looked like you were going through a lot of pain there in the second half. You went into the injury tent, I think, at one point. Was that probably the most pain you've had to go through in a game that you didn't have to just sit out because you were ruled out with an injury? Is this hardest?
It was tough. You have a great defense. It was tough. At this point in the season, everyone's banged up. So yeah, it was tough, but physically I felt fine. But yeah, thanks.
I feel like Stanford made a concerted effort to stop the run game. How did you kind of counteract that? What did you see from them? What were the challenges?
Well, they were great. They have a great D line. They're tremendous. They're a great tackling team. So they've always been that way ever since Coach Shaw's been there. They've always been well coached. They're great. We got to give them credit that they're consistent for sure.
Darnay, could you talk a little bit about how big J.J. Arcega-Whiteside was? It seems like, during the second quarter, Stanford just kept throwing up jump balls to him.
He's definitely a blessed player, God gave him a lot of talent. I wish him the best in the next level.
What were you guys feeling when Caleb made that amazing cutback on that 66-yard play? I felt like you guys had a lot of momentum. What were you kind of thinking and feeling at that moment?
Oh yeah, for sure. We know how big of a player Caleb Wilson is. He's the best tight end in America, so we love him. We have confidence in him, and he makes plays consistently. Whenever we throw him the ball, he makes plays. So he's so big time for our offense, and yeah, for sure, we were excited, definitely.
This is for either one of you guys. We were just talking to Wilman and Theo about how much this team has grown since the start of the year. Where are some specific areas that you've seen this team grow, and how much different is this team now compared to the first game?
Right when Chip walked in, he came in with installing us a growth mindset. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs in life, and definitely on the field. So as you guys can see, we played our butts off since day one. We came up short several times, but next year those little setbacks are not going to be setbacks; they're going to be W's.
Yeah. Building off of that, it was just about teaching us mental toughness, the growth mindset, about how we can build our skills. He just taught us a lot about discipline, and we for sure mature. This is one of the first teams I've been a part of where we're three. We were at one point 3-8, and we're just out there practicing hard. They keep us motivated, and we really embraced it for sure.
Obviously, you guys are a young team. What have you learned from the juniors and seniors?
Just how to grind and walk about life. Definitely Darius Pickett's definitely one of my role models. Nate Metter's my role model. They just show me how I should walk around in life and just have faith about everything. Because they've been through a lot of things in their life, and just to go through it with a smile on your face, just how JK walk in the building with a smile on his face each and every day. It could be after a blowout, he's smiling. I'm like, yeah, I got to change my attitude. So just about being the same person every day.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, it's just I consider I'm not saying I'm a senior, but I consider myself part of the older guys. I've only been here for 2 years, but when I got here, it was other guys who told me just be you, just work hard, and that was the emphasis I brought, because working hard gets you a lot of places in life. So they really stressed that to each and every one of the young guys here. We've embraced it. We got a young guy right here that's one of the best in the entire country. He's embraced it. So I think it's great that we got guys like this all over the place.
Last question.
After Darius had that interception on Stanford's first possession, knowing that this is his last game at UCLA, what was just the energy like on the sideline?
He shared on the sideline that his first game at the Roseway he had an interception, so he exited the building with another interception. So it's just God's doing. You can't plan that out at all. So he's just a blessed man. I can't wait to see what he does in the All-Star game and what he has in store for his family once draft day come around.
Yeah, you know, Pick, he's been great. He's our leader, you know. It's just crazy, like how Darnay mentioned, you know, it feels like sometimes when you're playing, it feels like it's just God's purpose, you know. You just get to pick your first game and then you get to pick your last game. It feels like that's not a coincidence at all. He's just been great. He's a great tackler. I don't have enough good things to say about Pick. You know, he's a great man too, so he's going to be great in the next level for sure.